masterclass on inner child. The child within, our inner child, is the innocent part of us that is true, pure, authentic. And when they are healed and healthy, the inner child is spontaneous, lively, sensitive, vulnerable, playful, creative, loving, joyous, and free. But when our inner child is wounded, they are isolated, guarded, neglected, abandoned, scared, shameful, worried. They are stuck in fear and false belief. And they live under the burden of toxic guilt and shame. Inner child is the part of us that feels deeply, that loves deeply, that gets hurt deeply. And inner child is the part of us that carries that emotional pain for the rest of our lives. So the pain that inner child carries is due to the cycles of childhood abandonment, rejection, neglect, abuse. And this makes for our inner child to feel worthy, to feel healthy, to live in healthy manner. So if our inner child is healthy, then we're able to face life's challenges and traumas in a healthy manner. If our inner child is wounded and has previous baggage, the new trauma that comes will even further depress our inner child. Our inner child holds our original loving and trusting nature. And all of us, no matter how much stress, dysfunction, trauma we have seen, we still have that inner child within us, that precious vulnerability, the intuition, the spontaneity, the power, the innocence, the truth. All of that is inside us. It is just hidden because we were hurt so much that we stopped believing that we have anything worthy to say, to feel, to be. So, our inner child's God given natural joy, wonder, creativity is suppressed and retreated when our inner child, when we as a child are abandoned, shamed, forced, fierced, abused, coerced. That's when our inner child goes into hiding and the survival skills come out. So in this masterclass, I will teach you how to repair and heal your inner child. I will teach you how to bring them out and how to establish connection with them through communication, writing, journaling, visualization, talking to them, playing with them, doing things with them, right? So the first step is to do the journaling, do the writing, understand them, and I will teach you how to do all that. When we are free, our inner child is able to speak their true feelings. But when we grow up in dysfunctional families, our inner child does not know how to even feel their feelings. We don't know what our truth is. And we develop this false persona depending on guessing what other people want from us. And we forget all about our truth. We forget about our inner needs, our inner child. So today, we can teach our inner child that they are supported in many ways, that they can heal and stand in their power and speak their truth. We tell our inner child that it is not your job to handle adult responsibilities, and that you, as an adult, will cultivate or are cultivating or have a strong, wise, loving inner parent to do the adult duties. So this will relax your inner child because they will understand that there is no more for them to do, to carry. Your wise, loving inner parent can help your inner child open up their heart by empathizing with them, understanding their feelings, mirroring their feelings and thoughts back to them. Reassure your inner child that you're an adult, you have tools, you have wisdom, you are cultivating a strong, safe community for all of your inner family. Help your inner child understand your adult strengths so they don't assume that they're still in danger. Help them understand that you have courage, resilience, integrity, wisdom, nervous system tools, supportive community, supportive family. that make them understand that they're not in dysfunction or abusive situation anymore. Teach your inner child how to establish conscious contact with God or higher power so they don't feel alone in this world. Teach your inner child how to ask for help, communicate with them. Teach your inner child that it is okay, that there will be no repercussions if you speak up and speak your truth. It is okay if you're embarrassed, I will handle it. When someone is from a neglectful, unsupportive environment, they tend to put other people's needs and feelings first, and they're perfectionists. Such people's inner child needs to hear that they're okay the way they are, that they don't need to perform or please or produce results to get belonging or approval. You tell your inner child that you are approved, you are accepted, you belong, and you can live now, you can breathe, no one will punish you anymore. But at the same time, you help them grieve all the losses, what they didn't get in childhood, what could have been possible. When you help your inner child grieve, that is when they can let go of the past baggage and trauma, and then they can step on and take on more of the current life roles and guide you, because inner child is your inner voice. Once you understand your inner child needs, you meet them, you will start feeling healed, whole, and happy. And that is the way to live your life, to be responsible for your needs, to meet them on a consistent basis, and to heal your past trauma, and to safeguard your present and future. That is your responsibility. So I will give you a couple exercises that you can do that are very powerful journaling and visualization exercises that will immensely and deeply heal your inner child. So exercise number 1. Make a list of all the losses that you incurred, that you did not get: a safe home, maybe a healthy, safe father, a dysfunctional mother maybe you had, or the education system or society. Make a list of how your inner child has been let down, because that's what you need to grieve. You have to grieve all that could have been. So once you make a list of all the losses, for each loss, reflect on who was there to empathize with you. How others in your family dealt with your feelings and your loss. Did they understand your feelings and your loss? Did they give you time and support and wisdom to help you guide your grieving and express your losses? Were you able to express yourself and tell others about your loss, your grief, what you want, what you didn't get? So once you give your inner child a time and a place and space to express their losses and their pain of what they didn't get, and then you be the wise, loving inner parent and just listen and accept and understand and grieve with them. Grieve with them, grieve for them, and speak these words. Even though your inner child, your inner parent, everybody lives in you, but you have to separate them and grieve for that part of you that really wanted a functional father or a loving, kind mother or a stable household. Sit with them, grieve with them, cry with them, mirror back their feelings and their words. So another one that I tell my clients to do and is really powerful is, on a piece of paper you write down all the false beliefs that you have collected from your childhood on, such as I don't matter, I'm not worthy. Where did this originate from? Float back into your past. Try to find maybe an incident or a relationship or a period of time that gave you the message that you are not worthy, you're not lovable, you're a failure, or whatever it is your limiting belief is. Where did that come from? Maybe general idea of that. For example, you could say, I was 3 years old, my parents rarely, or I was 5 or I was 8, they rarely engaged with me, they rarely saw me, they were so busy, they didn't hear me, they didn't play with me. So they never asked how I felt. So now your job, when your inner child has expressed this to you, your job is to listen to the pain and understand the pain of the neglect, abandonment, and rejection that your inner child is communicating to you. Feel those feelings, acknowledge the pain and the grief, and help your inner child express it through art, through writing, on the walks, and release it to nature, release it with pets, write it, right? So when you find that limiting belief and you find that incident, you mirror back those words and feelings to your inner child. Tell them, I saw how much you hurt. It was very lonely. It was as if you didn't exist and you felt like a burden. This is mirroring back the words. You become your own wise, loving parent to your inner child and empathize with them. Offer them words of compassion and empathy, that you understand how painful it was, and you are sorry that your parents did not understand or see your pain, that you were not heard, you were not given a chance to flourish. Nobody cared about your growth, your safety, your evolution. Now, once you have mirrored, understood, and felt your feelings and cried and grieved over them, then you give yourself a new belief. But hey, inner child, I am your wise, loving parent now, and I matter and you matter, and I think you matter. Your thoughts, your feelings, your preferences, what you want, you are precious. You are a precious child of God, and you are everything to me. You are worthy. Right? So this is how you reframe and rewrite the past narratives. You grieve what happened and you give it a new frame. You reframe, you rewrite the narrative, you take the power in your own hands and you heal yourself. Today, as an adult, you are not at the mercy of your parents, and you do not need to hold on to that childhood pain of rejection, abandonment, abuse that was given to you. Now you can take back your power and live your life. So this way, starting from each faulty belief that you have, that you struggle with, I am too much, I am not enough, I am a failure, or any of the limiting beliefs that I can't, any can't. You understand where that comes from. Did someone tell you and you internalized it? Was this being a failure modeled to you? Then visualize rescuing, go back to that pain, and then visualize rescuing that child from that abusive situation. Visualize telling that child, you are worthy, you are capable, you are enough, you are loved. So another third way, very powerful way, is to revisit your situation in your imagination, revisit your situation when this was happening, and you stand up to the caregiver. You prepare with your inner child, and then in your imagination or with a coach, you go up to that past mother, father, abuser, perpetrator, and you speak your mind. You speak your truth, you speak your mind. Your inner child gets a chance to express everything that they felt, everything that they were not given, everything that angered them. They get a chance to express in a safe setting, preferably with a coach. And in your imagination, in that safe space, you go back and you let your inner child speak it. Then the next one is, if your inner child is not ready yet, then you, as a wise, loving parent, go with your inner child into the situation in your imagination or a safe space, and you speak the truth of that inner child while imagining you're holding your inner child's hand and you are speaking for them. How dare you do this to me? How dare you abuse me? How dare? Let their anger out. Let their grief out. Let them express their pain. Right? So this provides a corrective experience to you, which you give to yourself. You give to yourself everything that was not given to you so you can feel stable, content, and live your life free of anger, resentment, bitterness, all that comes from an unhealthy dysfunction. So I have seen that most of the inner child grieving has to do with understanding the pain, giving it space to express, mirroring it back, and then letting your inner child speak it. In your imagination, in a safe space, you speak your truth, you express your truth, or you have your inner child sit and have that safe person or your wise, loving inner parent say those kind words that your inner child never got. That you are loved, you are worthy, you are meaningful, you are wanted. You are wanted, and we love you, or I love you. So I hope these exercises of journaling, visualization will help you heal your inner child. These exercises are very powerful when done consistently, will help you release all of your past baggage and trauma that inner child has endured, and you can live your life free and happy. And that is my prayer for you, that your inner child heals and you live your life free and happy. And along with this masterclass, I'm also sending you not only the journaling questions, but also an inner child meditation. So I hope you will take advantage of that.